Hey, traders. All right, sorry. Welcome to the Monday stream. Hope you're having a good one. Better than crypto that is not doing too well. It's just kind of whipsawing, you know. Every weekend a dollar made has been taken back, and same unchanged price, stuck between 30K, 35K, making lower highs. Not so much making major lower lows yet, but maybe give it time. Right, I mean, you still haven't made the lower low than your previous local low from the 8th of this month. So it could be happening. We were talking about yesterday, right? Like, Big One's not done anything really crazy, right? Yesterday, that's what we plotted this trend line here, the supply line. It didn't even test it. Didn't even go up to test it again. So you couldn't get your hopes up too much yet. And so here we are, down almost at one point, down like 4+%. Altcoin's down worse, you know. I mean, Ethereum was down like 6+% earlier, I think. What's up, Jesse? Oh my God, y'all noticed my haircut. Sweet. I'm glad y'all seen it. Nice.
Yo, Mitch, nice haircut. Any edge to bake a cake on AMC, maybe Dragon in development? Appreciate it.
Ah, someone wants to see a meme stock, all right?
A bullish cipher pattern on the 4-hour. I also posted it in the Discord, but may be wrong because I'm still learning harmonics. Thanks, hope you have a nice day.
Red, are you talking about Bitcoin? Because there is the idea I've had it plotted, but it's like, it just gets too busy, you know? So, I mean, 786, you know, the pattern completion zone of this potential idea is going to be around 31,650. You're not there yet. You could, though. You could get there. You could get there in time, and that would be really interesting to see what occurs at these levels. I mean, you're talking about a bullish Gartley pattern at the bottom of a range. That could be spectacular. I mean, you should remember the cipher. It was a much smaller structure, but it ended up playing out unbelievably, right? Remember this? Those plotted patrons, you were pinged. It was literally hitting the PCZ, and it ran up. You know, Bitcoin went from the pattern completion zone of that all the way. It went up 21% in 3 days. That's some nice stuff right there. So if you got a bigger harmonic developing, hey, maybe that's just a higher low that occurs. Flip the chart over. It doesn't really look that strong. I mean, like, maybe I'm wrong here, but really weak methodical price action, you know, just churning up a rising wedge pattern, and then maybe a bearish Gartley, and the bearish Gartley's PCZ is near the top of the range again. I mean, this could be smoke some hopium, you know, whatever, like, because that's what you got to do in this market. Now, there are other markets where you don't have to smoke so much hopium. You know, remember, BVol is plunging. That's the story, man. I mean, that's what's the killer for this whole market is this. All right, this this volatility of Bitcoin is down 2.22%, continuing to slide, and where we think it will eventually end up is down at 41.86, the 78.6% retrace, potential bullish Gartley, right? And that's the killer. I mean, that's what's going to really make things tough to swing trade. And certainly, you can't position trade with volatility this low. My God, dude, it's like it just goes sideways forever, right? I mean, that's what Bitcoin's been doing. It's been sideways since late May, mid to late May, May 20th, when it started its... it was the inception of this range. We're in between 30K and 40K now, so we could see this continue to fall, and this was an idea, and it's playing out. It's getting there, man. There's just very little price action correlation between trend lines between 41.86 and 106 plus. So it happened here. Scott Carney brought this up. I didn't even see it, and he was on the show, on the stream, and brought this up, and he had identified this way back. COVID crash, you know, PCZ, bearish Gartley dumped. And then, like, you know, last summer, the volatility was really low. If you remember, it was lower than it is now, actually, you know, and it was just like we were in a desert, man, and you were down at really low levels, historically low levels, and we're on the way there. So anyway, just wanted to bring that up. So do I see a cipher? Not so much a cipher. And what were we talking about yesterday that was kind of hopium-ish? Bitcoin breaking the RSI trend line on the daily. Man, what happened, chat? Third time, fourth time's a charm? No, it's not. It's literally not. Whoever said that was wrong about the charms. So once more, failure to breach a trend line that has been pretty much established since the beginning of the year. Wow. I'm talking about a freaking steel wall. This is it, dude. But anyway, I mean, like, hey, did you hear about Disney? Disney raised the price of ESPN Plus by $1 to $6.99 a month. And it pumped on the news. And then, you know, you hear about Ford and GM replacing chairman title with the gender neutral chair. It's just, they're just chairs now. You can be a chair when you grow up. Chair of the board. Interesting. So that's just something that happened today. We're gonna look at these stocks too that really notable. I mean, Tesla, Disney, Morgan Stanley, even that you think it's like 3 drives, PCZ of a bearish like crab pattern. The banks just killed it again today, man. I mean, JP Morgan, Bank of America. Look at these. Looks like Bank of America looks like it's double bottoming on the 4-hour. God, I mean, I looked at the 4-hour on some of these bank stocks, and it's like, dang, dude, they actually look like they're ready to rip again. And we can take a gander at them. Target hitting all-time high. It's just unstoppable. Target's a god stock. You know, NVIDIA also did pretty well today. We will look at these, but Bitcoin in the midst of painting a bearish engulfing candle on the daily right now. It's not too much of it is covering the previous candle, so it meets the definition, but it's not a very big one.
Happy
you know.
Monday, Mitch. Thank you.
Hey DK, thanks for the 5 super chat. Happy Monday to you as well, everyone, really. We're gonna be chairs of the board, man. Daily's just nothing to write home about, right? I mean, lower high, you're gonna go up, you're down, your volatility's dying. It's gross, man. And then you look at Ethereum, that's like good, I guess, above 2K, but dang, man, where we are, just disgusting, right? That little shark. You know, this is bad, right? When an asset isn't even able to go test the top again. Like, if say this was gonna be a head and shoulders idea, which it is, right? It's really, really bearish when the asset can't even rally up to the left shoulder. It was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And now it's just at kind of like breaking the neckline, right? One collar, a second collar right there. But yeah, right here, dude, critical areas. You break this, you know exactly where you're going. You could just paint a harmonic and it would tell you bad action magnet move coming. Right here, bad action magnet moves like 2016. Yeah, this is a shark. Almost Cypher. I mean, Cypher Shark, whichever one, much lower prices in store. We're talking between 1835 and 1772. We'll say 1776, whatever. That's where Ethereum's headed if it breaks this critical bad action magnet move level from July 2nd, as well as the critical support from February 20th. That's where it's headed. So just be mindful of that. It's been really weak right here. Good God, that's a nasty structure, isn't it? Good Lord, man, that's pretty if you flip it over, huh? Yep, and again, X, A, B, C, D. You'd look at it and you'd say, hey, whatever, bearish cipher right here, bearish shark. Yep. So I wish I had better news. Looking at the second largest cryptocurrency, bearish engulfing candle looks a lot more pronounced here, going from classic bullish divergence into, yes, unfortunately, just like Cardano, I think, hidden bearish divergence is very well developed now on Ethereum. So that really helps the argument of that potential head and shoulders. I mean, I'm just telling, like, you tell me, am I wrong here? Am I crazy? I'm seeing a peak from June 14th. I see a level of positive momentum. I see a sell-off, I see a rally, and now I see like a much larger level of positive momentum. And now it's like completely matured and it's almost complete in this development where it's about to go negative. and you're bearishly engulfing, and you're just right at that 200-day moving average. You don't want to break below that 200-day moving average, man. So this is it, man. You're serious. You might be in serious trouble, technically, right? I mean, just based on the continuation downside implied on the daily right here, unfortunately. And I'm just pointing out variables that exist right now. I'm not trying to like scare people or make people sad or make people take action. I'm just telling. We're reading the charts. We're like reading the weather, right? All right. So there are definitely multiple things implying, that 1770 to 1850 area, unfortunately. But if you hold, glorious things could occur. The hope is, there is like almost no hope, like at all. It's just kind of everything's like, yep, not really good, not so weak you can't even match your left shoulder at 2280, 2230, really, either one. Okay, that's your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin volatility. I mean, dude, you want to look at others? I mean, it's not really, thought it was looking good right there. It was like dragging maybe, and then can't. Well, this is YFI can't break the freaking 200 moving average again, and it won't be able to do anything but dump if Bitcoin dumps. It's like, duh, of course. Like Bitcoin goes to 31K, see a YFI idea. Like it was doing all the right things. It's doing what assets have done over and over and over, like 100 plus years on traditional markets, and they played out. But like when the macro goes bearish, like it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter how good an asset looks, and you can't. Like in another universe, Bitcoin picks up and catches bids, and this is a great area to strategize risk to take along, and it runs to 40K almost, right? But that's just not what's going on literally at this time for Bitcoin. Such a homogenous market. Welcome to homogeny. If you want less, go to Forex or commodities or equities. Okay, so just unfortunate. I mean, anything above 31.7, 32K is awesome based on historical price action, but you just gotta you get through all the checklists, right? You get through the whole checklist, and then the last thing on the checklist is always, how's Bitcoin looking? This is like a decentralized application, right? So it's almost like, how is Ethereum looking? This is run isn't Wi-Fi run off Ethereum, the network? So anything like that, it's gonna be, maybe you look at Ethereum and Ethereum doesn't look good at all. So maybe it's not good for Wi-Fi. So, H-bar, what do I think about it? Terrible. That's one where we have no doubt in our minds. H-bar is stupid bearish. All it's been doing for months is lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. There's no question about that one. Not looking good. Okay. Yeah, man. So, I mean, you want to look at Litecoin that was about to break just kidding. There's this huge supply line, and now
Thanks, Mitch.
What's up, 92.5? Thanks for the 1492. 1492. You trying to confuse me, man? Isn't that I thought that was the New World was 1692. Am I crazy? No, it's 1492 is when the Americas were discovered or something like that. Can't remember, right? Okay, so Litecoin unable to get back above 146. That was extremely important, and the fact that you've rejected it twice now, very bad. That's see at 106 again. I mean, dude, you can't go up and fall below a level that is so important, so critical, and then rally back up, test it once, fail, reverse, and then rally again and a second time test it and fail, right? That's so bad. That's so inverse what you want to see if you're bullish. Look, this is twice. And now it's lower highs again than those highs. Distribution.
I think it's now strong enough to break the structure now.
Dude. Hold on, sorry. Meter Pierre, thank you for the 5, man. What I think of Bitcoin kind of balanced in the center of the down sloping parallel tunnel. I don't know what a parallel tunnel is. Oh, you're just talking about the falling wedge. It's in the middle. Again, it's not making lower lows quite yet locally, but it's working on it. And we got that PCZ down at like 31.6 or whatever. You think it's strong enough to break the structure now based on what? What makes it strong enough now, right? Just, you know. To me, I think maybe Bitcoin goes a little bit lower. I think it could hold above 31K, and maybe that Gartley plays out. That's where the reversal happens. We gotta wait though. It's not quite there yet. It's still hundreds of dollars. Wait, how much is it off? It's off from the PCZ. Bitcoin is off $1,500. You know, for that 786. So. You could just imagine, right? I mean, like XABCD stuff, this go down to $113 to $106 again, especially if you're failing like that. It's just what's implying upside right now on Litecoin. The most recent discernible events are double topping at very critical resistance points and confirming that they are resistance again. They've been support before. They've been support before. Look, it's been support before. It's been resistance before. What happens when you break it and you back test it as support? You go bonkers, you can go nuts. But when you test it as resistance, really bad stuff can happen. You can sell off to much lower prices. Just remember, I mean, Litecoin got to its lowest level since Christmas in June 23rd. Real bad so far. Okay. Yeah, we can look at the ones that were kind of like looking really good, and you know, like Engine Coin, it's, you know, it was doing really nice things. It's now like, you know, it's back testing old support, it's at support again, coming off of PCZs of you know, this is a bullish Gartley bat combination. But look, it's like Adam and Eve stuff. It's like, is it double topping here, or I mean, it's pretty strong still. Like, if anything, you got like maybe a demand line here that's still like holding up. Adjusting, kind of holding up there. So some look better than others for sure, you know, and we know which ones they are. I mean, like, look at this one. It's like Maker, you know, it had a nice reversal, really nice one near its PCZ, a little bit lower, had divergence, ran up, and it's just testing what? Critical highs, support resistance, as resistance again, and reversing. And Bitcoin dumps, this thing could be headed right back down to 2232 to 2364. It can't breach that 200 moving average, so important, man. I feel like every day, man, it's something else, you know. Look at this, like WRX, remember that bullish Gartley? It's just, okay, you're getting to the layer in levels, like, hey, we could layer in, you know, you could layer into a position here, and then just having a stop like down at like 79.5 to 80 cents, and because you're just, all right, I mean, like, these are exactly where assets reverse in other universes. And they, like, what I'm saying, other universes, meaning like in times in history, this is exactly where major reversals have occurred on different markets, and including crypto's market. We're talking like previous discernible swing lows to highs, right? Lows to highs, 88% retraces, value perceived areas by market participants. You create these harmonics and then you go up, right? I mean, time and time again, we've seen it. And then if the macro is just not ready yet, then these are just going to keep bleeding out. They're going to get violated, and they're going to go to much lower levels. Yep. There's no argument for fundamentals here on WRX or any of these. They can't produce income statements. They have no balance sheets. They have no price to earnings per share. They don't report quarterly how much they make. They can't mathematically prove to you what their valuations are, right? I mean, that's what crypto is. So it's like, all right, if we can't do that, then let's just look for structures and patterns to trade when the momentum's bullish. You know, that's kind of it. That's kind of all you got, man. So good project, man, but it doesn't mean that money that pumped the coin is going to stay in there. So as you can see, what they've all done, they lost 88 to 100% of their value from the beginning, you know, previous lows to highs. Goodness. So your total, right?
I like turtles.
Yep. Not really. below the 200-day moving average. I mean, just sideways, stuck in a rut, man. Stuck in a rut, still above 1.3 trillion, which is fine, which is good, but barely, you know, and it's just kind of rolling over. Kind of some bearish convergence going on the daily. A high, a lower high, lower levels, positive momentum, kind of blah. Yes, of course, there was certainly classic bullish divergence. There was. I mean, undeniable. Like, you can't even argue. And it, unfortunately, it played out. Well, I guess fortunately it played out, but unfortunately the performance was extremely lacking, where divergence like this can oftentimes usher in big reversals to take you to the next checkpoints or next congestion areas, which you can clearly see painted on the screen here in the gray zone of 1.71 and 1.78 trillion. It just didn't do it. But, you know, on-chain data, right, I'm pretty sure is good right now. You know, you've got people accumulating levels we haven't seen in a while, right? So we got some of that on-chain data and looking at it, I mean, just reading Twitter. There's a lot of it, man. There's a lot of different... Okay, maybe we should switch gears. I'm just getting a little depressing in here. Good God, man. All right, if you want to not be depressed, you are a stock market participant, right? The S&P 500 today hit all-time highs. It's beautiful, dude. 43.84.64 to close, up 0.358%, exceeding the 1.618 for the extension. You know, the one from discernible high to low you had before you. And, you know, we've got a supply line way up at 44.60 and change, right? That's all you kind of got, man. Kind of all you have right now for resistance. You could think 4,400, 4,500 psychological resistances. That's about it, man. We're in like index fund price discovery. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Dow Jones is, guess what? Did it happen today? It's very close, man. Yes, you know what happened today? Jesus chimes for what? Dow Jones Industrial, highest daily candle close of all time. Beautiful. What a breakout last week, right? And so a little bit of follow through today. Positive momentum building at its highest point since March 19th. RSI is perfect, 61.59 in bullish control zone. And, you know, it's starting to look more and more kind of like a one bottom. Oh, man, I know it's lower low, but a second bottom. Are you trying to tell me there's a confirmation that a bottom got put in? We'll see. Very, very close, man. Very close. You didn't hit your intraday all-time high around 35,100. But you, again, where traders set it up, certainly was the highest level ever today. So that's beautiful. S&P, Dow Jones. Well, how about the NASDAQ Composite, man? NASDAQ Composite also had its highest daily candle close of all time. Today, man. Yes, today. Exceeding the 1272, next target 14,924, probably 15K. It's beautiful. It just keeps rallying. Earnings season coming up, so that'll be really interesting to see what earnings seasons does to these index funds hitting all-time highs, right? Inflation data tomorrow. All right, let's see what happens, dude. Okay. Duh, of course, low roller scratcher. I mean, of course, that Apple stock continues to go up. It's been consolidating for 300 days, and it makes more money than like anything that exists, or the highest market cap anyway. Most cash on hand to any company in the world. So, yeah, 300 days, you know, and then like just only accumulations happening. And it's a reaccumulation structure, you know, continuation, and it's playing out brilliantly right now, isn't it? All-time highs. We're gonna look at it. Okay, so let's look at the Russell 2000. You know, the small caps today. How they do? Hanging on hanging on at 0.08%, nothing burger, still at the, you know, upper echelon of this range you've been stuck in since, I don't know, really like late January. We'll see if it can make it back up to the top of the range, 2361. I think maybe if you get up there, it might be time to break and go to all-time highs. Index funds looking good in the stock neighborhood. What's up, Eric? Fiat.
Just a thank you.
Thanks right back to you, Eric, man. Thank you, dude. Thanks for the 800 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, sub. I'm sorry crypto sucks, dude. But you know how long crypto didn't suck. You know how decisive crypto was for such a long time. Where patterns were, you know, in volatility. There were more market participants. I mean, it was just our cuppeth runneth over for so long in crypto. And now the volatility is subsiding. The sentiment is continuing to just dwindle away. I mean, dude, it's really tough when 2.1 billion people almost overnight, over month, 1 month, suddenly just can't do anything with crypto anymore. It's done, right? Because they rolled out their own totalitarian digital currency, the digital yuan, right? So it's like, okay, yep, no more need for Bitcoin. We got what we needed. We got people adopted into this blockchain crypto thing. All right, now it's us, and we're monopolizing it. We're out of Bitcoin. So that is really tough. You know, that's dramatic, very dramatic, and it can, as you can see, it's definitely probably taken somewhat of a toll on the markets, but not as bad as you think. Oh my God, we're at $33,000. Holy crap, dude. I mean, what was Bitcoin at literally in July of last year? Oh, you won't even believe it. You know what it was, right? It was just about to jump the creek. Wow, it was like one of the days it jumped the creek. It was at $9,300 a year ago. And it's at 33K right now.
Thank you for being here, even when crypto sucks.
Well, these are great times to convert the, people that the only financial market they ever participated in was crypto, and they got into it because of FOMO. And those people that are here right now, I'm so proud of them, because they're like, well, there's got to be yield out there somewhere. There is yield out there, but it's traditional markets. And that's exactly where I learned all this stuff I try to teach every day and try to apply to charts every day. It came from stocks. It didn't come from crypto. Crypto is an untraditional market. We're applying traditional technical analysis to it. So it's the Q's highest close of all time. It's beautiful, man. History. Wow. 3 of the 4 major index funds had their highest daily candle closes today. That is spectacular, man. But who was the one? Who was the best performing asset on the S&P today? It was Tesla. Tesla, look at it skating along that 200-day moving average. Hey, what did we talk about literally last week? Could someone tell me the last analysis we had on Tesla, what it was about? What was identified? And what's playing out? Someone tell me. It wasn't really a. There we go. It wasn't really. It was not a rhetorical question, Hey, it's XMD, man. How you doing, dude? Yeah, I'm gonna go. All right. So we got a few answers, and a few of them were right. A couple were wrong, and that's okay. Yes, the piercing line reversal that was identified. Okay, right here. 2 Japanese candlestick pattern. All right. You have 1 red candle on a sell-off. You have a close wherever it is, and then the next day you have a candle that opens much lower than that first candle's close, and then you get a rally, and the rally pierces through 50% of that first candle, and that's exactly what it did. It was textbook. Bulkowski talks about 65% makes it the strongest. You didn't quite get 65%, but you did get 50%, and it was just where it was, right? Contextually, that 200-day moving average, and you got some volatility today. Congratulations to Richard Branson, thinking about space, I don't know, looking at Tesla, I don't think of SpaceX, even though they're not connected directly. I think about it is Virgin Galactic, which was down substantially today, right? They're selling 500 million. How many shares? A lot. Anyway, let's see how this continues. You know, this was a shark of some sort, and it's at that bearish 5.0 level. So, but you're above it. I think you're the 618. Yeah, you're just re-exceeding that 50%. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens if it can get to 717. If you break that, man, I think you're probably going up to the 786, 886. We're talking like 840, 800. You know, talking about like from your high to your low here. Talking like 824 to 859 would be your target. I think if you can break above that 717 spot, it's really good. Yeah, that would be bearish not bearish Garley. Too perfect on the bottom, you know, to be calling anything formal. We're talking about Fibonacci retraces. Okay. So was the other one talking about Disney raising the rates on ESPN Plus? And here it was. Oh, dude, it was gorgeous, right? We had identified a textbook bullish cipher pattern. It reacted very well, but was just stuttering, farting around. And then kind of like, what is this? A reaction low and maybe the reversal low, well above the 200 moving average. It was good. It was in good shape, and it just boomed today, up 4.15%. Even after hours, up 0.37%. So exceeding that high back from December 30th. And this has probably got this could very well have the legs to see all-time highs, 197 to 200 again. You know what you did today, officially? You filled a gap from May 10th. There are no more gaps to fill. That was the last one. So you could be pulling back here. Remember, 22% of the time, gap fills act as support resistance. Okay, so very good to see that. And it was probably, I mean, is that like another mini harmonic or something, right? A little mini M shape. A little too deep, you know? But almost like a freaking Gartley, like a mini Gartley, dude. I mean, that's unbelievable. It's crazy. So nice. See you probably at $197 to $200. Okay? On Disney. And then you go to Morgan Stanley, where it's like, dude, these things look like they're topping out, and it's like, nope, just kidding. We're just gonna pump, man. 3, right? Peaks, 3 drives, pattern, bearish, 3 drives. Look, you're high from 2000, chat. That's where Morgan Stanley is.
Michael Parker tipped $25.
So, Michael.
Sorry I wasn't quick enough. What do you think about Tesla on the weekly?
So good. We'll go right back to it after this. Okay, thank you, Michael. We'll take a gander. But Morgan Stanley, dude, just at that freaking all-time high from 21 years ago. I guess it looks like it's gonna break it. That pivot, that's such a strong pivot there, man. You know, it's I don't know to tell you, like, you think this is exactly where like major bearish reversals occur, but if the trend, like, look at the trend, man, it's just straight line up. And it creates the pattern, and it's perfect of a pattern. I'm talking 1618, 1618, 618, 618, 618. It's literally perfect. Textbook specimen bearish structure. But you know, that could be testament to the whole bearish patterns and extremely bullish conditions are not sometimes, I mean, they can be not reliable, and even if they are reliable and they play out, they underperform. So this may get invalidated. This gets violated above the all-time high, $94, and it could just be that any asset that gets to $90, there's a 90% chance, based on historical statistics, that an asset will go to $100 just because market participants want. It's like a gap fill. It's like just a weird phenomenon that occurs that no one can directly put a finger on why it happens. That's like exactly go Google and look up gap fills. Why do gaps fill? Because there's no actual definitive reasons. Like, what's the meaning of life? You know, we can come up with what we think. It's just psychology of humans. They want to fill gaps, right? That's what humans been doing since the beginning of time. We've been filling gaps, okay? So make of that what you will, but $100, I think it's the same thing, that same psychological need, okay, for $100. Morgan Stanley, killing it, man. This is family friendly, dude. So here we are, NVIDIA, and just looking at it, up 2.31% today. Filled a gap, but created a gap too at the same time. But this one had, remember, weekly bearish reversal. It was a dark cloud cover, the inverse of the piercing line we just looked at, right? The piercing line, you know, dark cloud cover, and so far it's like about to get invalidated. Let's see what happens coming up, you know, like about a week. It's our first full trading week in a while, right? So unstoppable asset that has bounced, wow, from the high to low of the range it had been in, confined to for what, 300 days. It has exceeded the 2618 fib extension and has back tested it somehow as support and is rallying. And your next target would be 3618, which is $915. And if you ever got to $900 beyond, there's probably the same type of psychological rule that applies to when you break 900, chances are market participants want to see that 1,000. So that could be the case. The 4236 fib extension is 991.97 up there. So God stock, man. Nike's becoming one too. Are we cool? Everyone here still? Let's go back to Tesla on the weekly for a second for Michael. Says, what about the weekly, man? What about the, oh my God, dude, unbelievable, like crazy. You know what? I love Tesla now. But I think Tesla probably looking at the weekly is gonna go up to 815, 830 again, right? Undeniable hidden bullish divergence. Right, undeniable. And on the weekly, like a clear discernible potential double bottom, like undeniable. It's like there. It's not a, remember, they're not real patterns until they break their necklines. The neckline is very, very established. Neckline's right there. And that's where that bad action magnet move stuff comes in. Right here. The BAMM. The breakout point is 780. You break that. I mean, you got the idea of maybe a bearish harmonic, but it's too perfect on the bottom almost. And this is what I was talking about. This is why Michael probably just why he requested it. He like wants me to bring it. It's like, what do you think, man? I mean, that is prolonged negative momentum. You have not seen positive momentum on Tesla since February 16th. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Same thing going on. Oh yeah, look at it. I love like locally. It's kind of the same thing. It's great, man. Weekly looks great on Tesla for maybe more upside. What's up, Snipes, man? Thanks for the threes, dude. No, you didn't say anything. I was waiting for TTS. Thanks, man. Isn't that a dragon? I mean, you could look at it like a dragon, sure. Hey, okay, if you look at it like a dragon, it broke out, it back tested, and maybe it's engulfing, and maybe it's a break, hook, and go going on. Okay, what does that say? That's the same, like the narrative is, what were we just talking about, bullish? Confirming a bottom on the weekly with hidden bullish divergence on the oscillators. I mean, yeah, supply line gets broken. You're just adding to the narrative. It's the same outcome, bullish, up, not down. So, you know, I mean, that's TA though. That's technical analysis. Maybe you have an even stronger argument now. So Tesla definitely looks pretty decent, man. What did Elon say today? He doesn't like being a CEO and a boss. He's an engineer and he doesn't like it. But he said if he didn't do it, then Tesla would have gone to zero. So it's pretty cool. Okay, that was your Tesla. Do we have another request? That's it, right? Oh, AMC. We're gonna go to AMC because that's the last request, and then I'll just keep free balling, you know, as long as I can, man. AMC weekly, certainly no edge. I don't just looking at the weekly because I'm here. I'd be like, I don't want anything to do with this crap. Okay, weekly, gross. Jesse, any edge on another time scale though? No, my God, heck no, no way, dude, no way. We're just going to daily on AMC. Remember, AMC from its all-time high from 2016, 2015 to its all-time low. This asset has topped out not once, not has it just atomed, it has Adam and Eved at the 1.618 fib extension, the golden mean ratio. And once it breaks, if it does break, 39.10, look out. Gap fill, $31, and No support until 35.55. That's probably where you would want to be looking at it, okay? But dude, this asset, I wouldn't be touching it for a very long time. This thing did its thing, all right? Probes entered, he identified the shark and the double bottom and the divergence on the daily, and this thing literally went up 3,600% in 147 days. Do you hear me? 3,600%. And now it's double topping at a golden mean ratio. Who cares if it keeps going, man? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, there's so many assets like that have not done that, that could do that, or not maybe that to that magnitude because it's a meme stock. But dude, there are other assets that exist that are where we can apply traditional technical analysis and have low risk, high reward opportunity trades. Man, the downside is almost unlimited on this thing. I mean, minimum downside, I think, minimum is 16% because of, you know, maybe it could be back tested, the old 2015, 2016 levels. Has never done that in the history of this asset, has it back tested. So I think that would be coming off of something like this. But hey, then again, man, it holds and then rallies up to $65 again. You can get mad at me for just trying to, you know, help you see that this is something that's gone stupid to stupid levels. And it reminds me of a lot of S coins. Remember what happened to the S coins? They ended up losing what? 88 to 100% of their value eventually, but it took like 2.5 months, 3 months. Oh God, have fun waiting on that. When we can find assets, you know, that don't look like this, but look like this. They're in well-established uptrends. They haven't gone parabolic, insane, stupid. They're showing bullish divergence within bullish divergence. They're at PCZs of harmonics, deep 88% retraces, complex inverse head and shoulder behavior, and all that has to happen now on LAC, on an asset that's showing more strategic value for sure. All it has to be broken now is this level between $16, $17 and SIA at $24, $28.75. Lithium, perhaps you've heard of it. Just kidding, but real man, I just think there are better assets out there. So who cares about AMC? But I appreciate the contribution, and maybe it was something people got something out of that analysis. I don't know, right? And dude, I'm just saying, AMC could keep going up, dude. But just like a casino, it could land on red. It could land on black, man. Wow. What's up, Gabriel? Thanks, man, for being here. Thanks, everyone, for being here. It's another slow day. I mean, as Bitcoin volatility continues to plummet, crumble into the ashes. It's my off season. All right, I'm here on off season because I'm the hype man for crypto, but when the hype dies, the streams are just way more all about business, until I bring out the alcohol, then they're more funny, of course, but can't sustain that, But I mean, dude, again, like I could just keep looking at cryptos all day. All look kind of exactly the same, except maybe Hex, but Hex is down today too. So it's just like Hex and Cream, Like I'll just go to Hex real quick because it's an anomaly. Dude, it looks so good. You understand how good Hex looks? You see Bitcoin and crypto just dumping every day, man. This is something like 1.5% above the 200 moving average. Now, of course, it could reverse bearishly, okay, and dump, but like classic accumulation structure after a pullback, after a 33% pullback, shallow to moderate retrace from the previous low to high. No, I mean, really, in actuality, from the low to high, that was a 50% pullback. I mean, that's Dow's theory talks about that. And that's exactly what Hex has done. It's beginning a reversal after a 50% drawdown. This thing got as high as freaking 9.3 cents today, man. You don't have to like Hex. I mean, again, like I'm not here to try to sell you on Hex. There are other people that will do that, that will attempt to do that, okay? And it's not technical. This is all technical, dude. Once this thing starts looking real bad, real bearish, we're gonna not like Hex anymore. That's just the way it is. Okay, you can call it a scam all you want, but a scam that went from 1.1 cents with traditional technical analysis to 9.7 cents. I don't care what it is. If on the chart it's showing bullish stuff, if it's respecting the TA, that's all I care about. And I'm like, and people made life-changing money on that trade. So do you think I care? If someone's life changed positively because we apply traditional technical analysis to what you call a scam, do you think I care? No, because they're stop losses. Oh, if it failed, stop loss like everything else.
Blocker tip $24.44. Can you keep Dogecoin on the 4 hours? Seems like it's removed itself from all the memory and is just trading like a blue chip now. Thanks, 0.01200000EDH.
Wagga, did you just say Doge and blue chip in the same sentence? Remember that time a couple days ago we were talking about oxymorons? Doge is a blue chip, jumbo shrimp, right? What other ones we got, dude? Oof. Thank you, dude, for 24. I'm just kidding. We're screwing around, right? Michael R. Whoa, dude. Whoa. Okay, let's see. What was that again? My voice mod's broken today, so I can't do the ICP stuff. So you want me to look at Matic, which is looking worse and worse by the day, bleeding out after failing. Look, that's not good, man. Like, this is exactly where in bullish conditions where assets reverse and go stupid and trade setups play out, and my God, we're at 170 and we're going to 198 to $2. That's not happening right now. That's not happening. Like, this is clear major underperformance on Matic so far, and it's approaching a very critical inflection point again. After very real, like confirming a kind of like one high, a second high, and then lower highs after. So distributions certainly going on in Matic, where it was a beautiful pattern, but where's the beef, dude? Where are the tendies? The tendies aren't here. No buyers, not enough demand, not enough positive sentiment in this market to drive the price to targets, or to at least even 170. Yeah, Matic's about to break critical support. What are your thoughts? That just gave you my thoughts, right? It's not good. It's like very weak. Very, very weak. Distribution going on. You had we can go to the daily. That's 3 day. 3 days is stupid. Hidden bullish divergence. Yeah. 3 day bearish engulfing. Working on it anyway. Indecision candle yesterday. The daily, yeah, it's almost just like a little bit of like descending triangle behavior, dude. You know where this is going if Bitcoin dumps. You know exactly where it's going. This thing's probably going down 54 cents. It'll lose half its value if this area, this zone of support resistance is broken, dude. And that would make, I guess, more sense since we're looking at just even this low to high. You haven't even retraced 78%. This one's outperforming all these other ones. So it's still got a way further. You got a 56 cents to be an 886. 80 cents for a 78% retrace. So there's a lot more downside in this asset if this keeps up, man. Yeah, not really. I liked Matic, but when this stuff happens at the PCZ and you just extend on and you're failing to make higher highs, that's you're like in the midst. You're working on violating the pattern. Violations of these patterns occur when the sentiment goes bearish, when the trend's not really your friend anymore. Right? So, hey, hold 88 to 95 cents and all will be well, but it's not looking too hot right now. Just the lower highs locally. Charizard, thank you, dude. All right, so Dogecoin. Hey, has it reached that little PCZ yet? No, not yet. Dang, dude, it's holding. Down 3.37%, is below a critical 23 cent area. I think that's kind of like that's exactly where that first little low was manufactured, April 17th, and price action's kind of correlated there a multitude of times. Get back above that and be in real good shape. But it kind of is exactly like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin has its own little pattern completion zone at 31,600. and Doge has its PCZ around 18 cents. Neither have hit that yet, so I don't see any edge yet. Anything below 23 cents, I wouldn't be messing with Doge. I mean, like, again, it could just go up, man. You flip the coin any day, these assets can just go up. But like, we don't want to play the coin flip game. We want to play the, hey, we got a 65, maybe 70% chance of upside, and you don't have that. I think you have like 50% upside. I mean, you might have more downside after back testing what was once a support as a resistance the date of July 9th. Yeah, not dead yet, but dang, dude, it's a long way down to 8.9 cents if this area doesn't hold up. We're just looking for edges, man. Yeah, that's it on the request, right? You know, this is the trying, troubling times. It was off season for me, so I'm not going to be. Remember that time I'd get so many requests, I had to cut off requests. But you know, whatever, man. We're making the rounds. I forgot to look at golds. My bad. We'll look at gold real quick. That is, yes, it looks great, dude. Gold. Look at this price action correlation to the zone of congestion, dude. It's above it. It's testing. It's testing. It's testing. It's holding, man. And it's just butting up against the supply line. It goes back to freaking January 7th, man. And I'm telling you, upside is great here. This is one where potential inverse head and shoulders could manifest into all-time highs. That inflation narrative will come back, man. Might take a little while. But dude, if you think inflation's gone, you're out of your effing mind. Oh, by the way, we had a new patron who joined earlier. Who was that? Come on. Richard M. Thank you so much, dude, for joining the Patreon, my man. Also, Trevor N. joining yesterday. Thank you, dude. So, you know, thanks for the. So, you know, it's like there's like a minimum on requests and stuff. It's just the way it's been, dude. So, and also if you spam some random S coin that maybe has pumped 10 trillion%, I'm not going to look at it either. I mean, come on, dude. You're not the first like little brigading group that has done this, and you certainly won't be the last. So, I mean, you know who I'm talking about right now. You're all getting timed out. So this is it for gold, man. Gold is like, it could be time to come home. Hidden bullish divergence in the daily. You're about to break the supply line. Left shoulder head, right shoulder, upside. From here, I know it's not crypto gains. The upside on gold's 18%. I know, 18%. Dude, $10 trillion market cap. Welcome to it, man. If this plays out, we'll tell our grandkids about it. We'll be like, I was there, kiddo, that day, that time, that period in time where gold made this legendary inverse head and shoulders on the right shoulder and left shoulder. It back tested the old 2011, 2012 levels as support. That's TA right there, man. That's golden TA. And right here, on the fourth week, it back tested the level. All right, it back tested it as support and bounced, and that's where it all began for gold. And then remember that time inflation picked up and got so bad, and Disney started upping their rates on everything, and PayPal and Venmo, they started charging more. Everything started charging more. General Mills, Kellogg, cereal's more expensive. It's transitory, by the way. Imagine not participating in any market. My God, man. Look what they've done to the fiat. I think they're trying to collapse it so they can just usher in a digital currency, so it's easier to track, easier to tax, easier to control, much easier. What? My wall is empty.
What's up, man?
For now.
Can you take a look at the VLDR when you get a second, please, sir? Hope all is well, brother.
Oh, thank you, B-Marts. It's getting there. We're getting back and swinging things. Yep, sure. We got it right now. No more requests. I mean, like, this is the most recent request. Interesting-ish. Well, unfortunately, it's certainly no bullish divergence. You know what I'm saying, man?
Noise! Hi Mitch, would you mind taking a look at EOS on USD and BTC pair as they're the same? Looking very bullish emo, thanks Mitch.
Diego, appreciate this. Thank you, dude, for the contribution. We'll look, I would say that EOS probably looks exactly the same as everything else. Lost 88% of its value from that previous run-up we had this year, and is going to dump with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin dumps, right? It's just going to do what Bitcoin did. All right, so VLDR was requested. The all-time low on this asset was like May 14th and then July 9th. Dude, let's go. 8-minute mile, man. Boom. Oh, well, dude, so we don't really do promoting of coins in here, unfortunately.
All of the hashtag million token army. Hashtag NM, you guys rock. Good luck to all. Happy cryptoing. Peace.
I appreciate the contribution, man, but believe me, dude, if I was in here like being okay with people, you know, pushing their coin, you know, on my viewers, that we're looking for trade setups based on a methodology that's been studied for 100+ years, low risk, high reward opportunities, right? Probabilities, not certainties, not S coins, not pumps and dumps, right? So I appreciate the contribution, but I don't endorse any cryptos, and we don't really allow like armies to brigade and spam the chat, you know, with the promotion of the coin that they want, right? So I thank you, man. Right, just know where I'm coming from. We've been streaming here for like literally 3.5 years, so it's like it's the same thing. We don't really change it. So for anything, for anyone, for any coin either. So. Thanks. VLDR, dude. VLDR, unreal. Like a weekly kind of, it looks like a piercing line reversal. Wow, I mean, like bullish divergence to boot on kind of both oscillators here. Okay, yeah, losing that negative momentum. Look what's happened, man. Look at the old all-time high, all-time low, excuse me, the inception price back from October of 2018. Look what you've done, chat. Notice this. You sprung and you're back testing the spring not once but twice and holding here. That's really, really interesting price action. I mean, that is, the upside could be $11. The upside where you are right now currently on this asset, you have 12% upside on this asset if it can hold this 950. And you would never know if you didn't look left. You have to look left, and it's doing some very good stuff. That's a great request right there. B-Marts, man. Great request. That's the daily. This is not even the weekly. So let's see how this works, okay? I don't think it's any formal harmonic, right? It made 113% retrace, though. We've been seeing that in the crypto market, right? 113% retraces on these lower highs, right? These Cs. 113. I mean, that's 1/4 of the reciprocal of the 1.618. Extremely important Fibonacci level, 113%. Perfect.
Okay,
we'll see what
thanks,
happens.
bro. Sorry for the spam. Seriously.
Were you spamming? Clean? Were you spamming, dude? Are you speaking for the army of the peoples of the cryptos? Well, I don't know. So yeah, it's okay, dude. I mean, like, as you say, if you don't know, you don't know. I'm sure that it's a tactic that's used in crypto. It's like you're like the 1,000 like crypto project or whatever to do it. So hey, at least you're being cordial. At least you're contributing to my stream. At least you're being like polite about it and kind about it. I mean, dude, the other people, holy crap, man. Other like people promoting their S coins and stuff, like they are ruthless. They like dislike brigade. They're crazy, man. They're hateful and all. So at least thanks for not being a bad guy. Okay. So that's VLDR. Interesting stuff, right? I mean, bullish evidence at a critical level, back testing 2 days now in a row after kind of a piercing line reversal. That's kind of an argument. And stop loss definitely just below 950. Right, a stop loss just below 950 just to see how it goes, right? Okay, you get 3 to 1. It's like almost perfect, 3 to 1. I mean, you have a stop loss like right at like 934, and that's how it can be played. 3 to 1 reward to risk. You only have to win 33% of your trades when you apply 3 to 1. Okay, easy to strategize. 1.95 million volume, so it meets the criteria there too. You want to have a million volume. So let's see what happens on VLDR. Cool. Not bad.
Value sensei. Value sensei.
All right, let's see here. I think the music, man, a little quiet. It's pretty good. Good set. So EOS in the daily, bullish engulfing candle on the 9th, still valid, right? It's a valid bullish engulfing candle until you get a daily candle close below 359. Unable to break 423, which is a level of congestion, right? It's very, very real. Goes all the way back to August 2018, February 2019, September 2019. All right, you break that level, you go to 531 almost every single time. So you are, by the looks of it, on the cusp of much higher levels. But again, it's like I don't think it can happen with Bitcoin dumping.
Alex Alexander super chatted $35. In honor of McAfee, can you take a look at his S coin whacked?
Alex Alexander, yeah, thank you for the $35 super chat. We'll take a gander. Sure. They whacked him, man. Or he whacked himself. But like, didn't they send him? They sent him a letter saying that he would. I don't even remember how it was worded. Probably not family friendly. It's weird. Okay, so powers that be, man. That's the power they have, I guess, if he didn't truly do that. But we'll never know. Like, we'll literally never know. And that's what's scariest, right? Okay, so EOS on the daily looks like once it breaks 423, the upside potential, and it hasn't broken it yet. It's failed 3 days. 3 out of the 4 past days. 25 to 26% upside on EOS if it can break 423.
Hey Mitch, can we check out pinned bullish cipher with quadruple bullish divergence on the daily and 4 hour? The 4 hour RSI divergence is beautiful.
We'll look at it, Vox. Sounds like something I would dig. Sure thing. Thanks for the 20, dude. Supporting the channel. Remember, 100% crowdsourced. You hear this music. It's all copyright. I can't have member button, and I can't monetize because I'm playing copyright music every stream. So it's like, you are the sponsor, the viewer. So just the daily looks great if it can break 423 and Bitcoin doesn't dump. That's huge if, isn't it? That sucks. The whole if thing, you know. Let's go to 4 hour real quick. Daily's great. I mean, it's the same thing, dude. Like, a lot of them, like, it's kind of diverging a little bit bearishly. I don't know how much I like put into that. It's so local, and it's, you know, this positive mode could just build if Bitcoin stops selling off, right? It's just at that 200 moving average, kind of testing the 200 moving average for the second time. And that first time, it was the first time you had tested it since freaking May 19th. So, still down sloping, but man, this is it, dude. An inflection point where EOS, just like YFI, just like Ethereum, just like a lot of these, they have their own inflection points where there's tremendous upside. 20 XMR, Monero, like, you got 20% to 25% upside if they can break these critical inflection points. They each have their own respective ones, and we're identifying them and showing you on the chart, right? So it's all about if it can break that, lots upside. If not, back to the abyss, back to $3, $3.30. Okay. COS. Kind of bearishly diverging on the 4 hour, but you know, whatever. It will go down if Bitcoin goes down. If Bitcoin doesn't go down, this could be broken, and you could be like, oh my God, can you believe it? EOS today is up 15% or something stupid, 20%. You know, like that's what can happen when you break these levels. Saying, wow, Al, it's too loud. What the heck, dude? All right. We'll see. What was the next one, man? Oh, wow. Yeah. That one. Is it a wrapped ether pair? Whacked. Chat. Is that it, man? Hello? Let me know. Let me know, dude. I'm waiting on an answer from Alex Alexander. This is all I got. I've typed in whacked because I've never really looked at it. You have no idea how to see whacked. I've heard of it, but I don't know if, you know, I'm going to look at one. It's going to be like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant something else. And it's like, really, dude? Really? Really, man? Take another sip of coffee, I guess. Erwin coffee, man. Sumatra beans, man. Alexanderson. Okay, I just am gonna click on. See, I can't look at whacked to wrapped ether. I can't look at whacked to anything. It's always something. It's like the numerator denominator got reversed or something. There's a USD one, but how do I find it? Oh, there's whale to wrapped ether, of course. There's not one though. I'll just look at the USDC and I can flip the chart over. So this flipped over is whacked to the US dollar coin, which, dude, again, what am I supposed to do? Don't you want to look at to the US dollar? He didn't even tell me what he wanted as the denominator. It broke a supply line. Oh my God, man. It broke a supply line. Let's go in places, I guess. Upside target, probably 21.79. That's it. That's all I can do, right? Because it's like US dollar coin to whacked. And I inverted the chart to make it whacked to the US dollar coin. So whacked is outperforming the US dollar coin right now and just broke a supply line. That's all I can do. Alexander, I don't think I can, there's nothing I can do with that, right? What can I do? Like, I can't type that in on TradingView, can I? Dealer? Alright, that's the best I can do. Don't get mad at me, man, right? You gotta be really specific, especially if it's something weird, you know? We don't get out of TradingView, so. We looked at Bitcoin, Juan, Villa at 93 at the beginning of the stream. And spent some considerable time there and Bitcoin volatility and Ethereum. All right. You just rewind to the 5-minute mark of the stream and you will be golden. All right, I'm not gonna save any work here. Just have you run out of save space, okay? So good luck, whacked. Good luck to John McAfee's ghost, because I guess he lives in the charts now. Hey, if I ever died, chat, I want the community to somehow figure out a way to make me a coin or make me something that will exist on a chart forever. Figure it out, dude. I don't know how, just do it. All right? That's if I die. And that's a big if. Probably not gonna happen, but I'm just saying, dude. All right, let's look at the next one. Oh my God, Bitcoin's up. How much? It's up $40. Can't believe this news, man. All right. So, wow. Remember that time we were looking at pin gaming, okay? And there, right, you had two different ideas, you know, like sharks. It bounced off the shark, reacted there. But we were talking about a cipher, a bullish cipher that is finally, officially, as of the 8th of July, I just didn't come back to it. It has achieved and hit that 786. Like the Jesus, man. Literally perfect. Right there. You see it? So this is, all right. We're starting the reaction. You had a bullish engulfing candle there. Look where it opened. I mean, that's like, whoa, dude. $69. Like, it opened there. And it closed the day before at 71.25. So it was down at open. It was down 3.32% on a gap down. That's nasty. But look where the bots loved it, man. A major discernible 786. Near a 1.618 fib extension to boot. But here's the thing. What does pin have to do now? Pin must break $75 to $76, right? This is big time. You can break that. This is probably where it goes. This might be it, dude. Okay, so below a very critical resistance, but it had to fall below it to actually hit the PCZ of the cipher, man. So, hey, guess what? At the same time, there's very clear, concise bullish divergence beginning to play out right now, right? It's like literally, look at it, beautiful. Oh, you gotta love it, dude. Divergence, man. It's not daily divergence. We're gonna look at the daily though. The structure probably looks way better. Or probably looks very discernible. See, bullish divergence at the PCZ. Nice. I'll go to the daily. Also, let me hide some of this visibility stuff. All right, yeah, man. So we got you got triple to quadruple MACD bullish divergence going on, dude. Wow. And I'm talking almost completely done. Look at this. It's about to go positive. Like one low, a lower low, the lower low, then the slightly lowest low. I mean, if we're gonna make it pretty, you know, dude, we'll make it pretty for you. That is quadruple MACD bullish divergence. Beautiful. RSI getting oversold right here. Just barely. First time you were oversold since the COVID crash. But just barely, man. Right at the PCZ. What you had on the daily was almost a piercing line. You could almost argue it was a piercing line. It did pierce through 50%. It just didn't close at the 50%, which I think it's still fine. So you might have a piercing line reversal on the daily at the pattern completion zone with quadruple MACD bullish divergence, okay, on pin gaming, and 4-hour undeniable bullish divergence on the oscillators. That's a nice little set of variables right there for cake baking, right? So, but here's the last thing it has to do. Just get back above $75 to $76, and the target's on this gonna be nuts. Target 1, 129. Target 2, 140, 188, 142. Wow. I would say that's pretty good, man. Kind of a tree peak guy, a little bit of a tree peak guy, right? Continuation harmonic. This will be it. This will be the area. I mean, stop loss. It's kind of tough. Where do you set up your stop loss here? It's because look left. You're below the area that makes the most sense for a stop. I mean, you probably want to wait for the asset to get back above 76 and hold, and then you could just set a stop loss below 68.54, right? You would want to like wait for it to do this, you know, and bounce like that, and that maybe could be like the best entry, and then like having a stop, you know, entering there, but having a stop just below D like that, and then you just have your really aggressive targets where you're like 4.68 to 1 reward to risk. You know, because I don't think you want to be, if you spring back test a spring like that, you're playing that. That's literally what you're playing. And then that's why your stop's just slightly below D in case it double bottoms there or something. So, and you're playing all the divergence too. This is it, man. Like for pin, you got to break that. When you break that, that could be, so you set up an alert. You set up an alert right here at like 70, $6 and change, and you hear that beat, man, I mean, this is now one to add to the watch list, and we want to see a spring and really a back test of a spring for that form of confirmation we always want. All right, pin gaming, very, very interesting. Okay, let's see it happen. And music's ended. Sweet. We're okay though. 33 minutes till your daily candle close. You're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell. So thanks everyone for being here. It is a drought for crypto, and unfortunately that is where the hype is. Okay, so hype's dead until then. Even when stocks are hitting all-time highs, man, there is no hype, and that's okay, man. That's okay. I just, you get used to the hype, man. You like start being like, dang, man, this hype's fun. This is fun. This is a fun environment, and when it goes away, hey, you're like, what keeps you coming back is the real technical analysis, the whole heart and soul of this community, and why you're here, or why I'm here. Because I could talk charts all day, with anyone. So it's just like, whatever. Y'all are here. Y'all are the real ones. Y'all are the ones that care about TA. All right, man. Pin gaming. This is freaking nice, dude. Huh? People must be alerted. All right, here we are, back to Bitcoin. I mean, we did the rounds, right? Oh, let's look at the US dollar, right? US dollar still above that critical inflection point. You stay above 91.50, you're bullish, right? But at the same time, it's like hidden bearish divergence is very real at a 78% retrace. If you go to the 4 hour, it's like a rising wedge pattern. You broke out of it, but you're holding. And now you're showing hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Gosh dang, man. A low, the higher levels of negative momentum and lower levels of strength. That is implying continuation. Ooh, so now we have like contradicting variables, like variables that are like, some things are bearish, some things are bullish, right? You've merely back tested. That's the only thing you've done so far, is you back tested the old demand line as a supply line and you sold off. But it maybe isn't. It is not done yet, and it could just outperform, right? Bearish, if it's truly bullish, right, and it's bottomed out, one bottom, major double bottom, right? Then this would underperform. It would just rally again, and probably run up to $93 to $95. DXY. I mean, all the bearish divergence there, and it's just making a higher low somehow. Dang, man, and hidden divergence. So 4 hours implying more upsides, and the daily is implying a continuation of the downsides. Okay, so different time scales implying different things. Therefore, really tough to trade those. Those are the ones where you stay away from them. When there's questions I have to ask, well, no, you want the daily, the 4 hour, 60 minute, weekly, 3 day. You want them all to be saying the same thing. It's kind of different here on the DXY. Ugh. Starbucks like already broke out, didn't it? I mean, Starbucks is nuts, dude. Like there's like no more value, right? Starbucks like it was a little harmonic and a dragon, not a dragon. It was just like a down sloping resistance that was broken, right? Look at that, yeah, a little cute Gartley Bartley gone. Oh yeah, it is about to. Today, officially, Starbucks has achieved all-time highs on the daily candle close, right? Barely. I'm talking. It did it by. It did it by like 10 cents, by like a dime, but it did it. It just overtook the highest level of all time, April 16th. Okay. So congratulations, coffee drinkers. Beautiful. 1.618 major 1.618. It's 121.22. Okay. Yeah, fish head. Did it? Oh yeah. There's a line. Does it look left? Yeah, it go all the way back to 2010, 2016. It's that zone, and it's kind of like it's like kind of almost like, is that an inverse head and shoulders trying to develop here? Maybe. I mean, if you're above 1050, 1165, you're in good shape. You know, you filled a gap too, didn't you? Yeah, you like filled a gap from June 2nd, and while filling the gap, right, getting two birds stoned at once, cap up. Right, filling the gap, you're also back testing a spring, a very critical spring from 2016, and maybe that inverse head and shoulders is going on. That's really good. That's a good argument. Could be. Yeah, fish head. It's not bad. I mean, this is an area where low risk kind of, you know, it could go down to 1050, you know, but after that gap fill, 22% of the time, access support. You think like an inflection point in 2016 and a gap fill that could strengthen this support. Yeah, so don't sleep on Workhorse. Also one to add to the watch list. Look where it's at a level where it's lowest risk that there could be. There can't be any, I mean, this is really like, it's on a low risk. Why? Because it's like where you can strategize stop losses. I don't think you want to be messing with this asset, just in my opinion. I mean, I get it. It broke that little Ben Action Magna move from June, but the context historically is much greater, much greater. I mean, like won't have a stop, like entering now and having a stop just below 1050 somewhere. And yeah, I mean, like in one universe, it would be great to have a really tight stop and take profit right at that 1856, but you can't do that, unfortunately. So you do have to play another target, right? Because it's got to be equitable. It's got to be 3-to-1. It can't be 2-to-1 or 1-to-1. This isn't even equitable. If you had a stop loss like that, that's a protective stop, and it makes sense, right? Duh, because it's like your 2010 high, your 2016, like that's that zone there. So that's why your stop is below that. Okay, that makes sense, but targeting, it makes it trickier, and you have to have a lot more aggressive targets. And I mean, one target, like that wick high could be one. You could look at it like that June 30th, 2020, that would be equitable. That would be 3-to-1. Right, that'd be one target. The second target, it's pretty obvious, right? $31. Right there. The highs, that high from September 11th, October 12th, November 25th. It's like that little area right there. It's like 1 and 2. That's how one could size up Workhorse at this very, very critical level. Because below that, I mean, below 1050, do you want anything to do with this asset? No, dude, not really. Nah. So that's like why it makes sense here. Does it make sense, dude? Okay, are we cool? Workhorse, hype. Oscar, can I elaborate on what? I think I just tried to elaborate the best of my abilities on literally everything right there, right? Yeah, Tilray looked at it today, right? Didn't I? Didn't I look at that today? Looked at one of the pot stocks. Oh yeah, it's beautiful, dude. It's it, dude. This is exactly where one takes along. Look at this, man. You have a spring back test of spring. This is exactly what I looked at. Yep. You had technically a bullish engulfing candle today. This is it, dude. Like, look, I mean, you go to the level of inflection from January 2020. Look at this. January 2021. Look at this. April 2021. And here we are again. Okay. Gartley, is it deep enough? I don't think it's deep enough. But still, it's not about the harmonic here. But, oh my God, it is a Gartley. I looked at it and I'm like, it doesn't really look like a Gartley. I don't really care because I'm looking at other things. That's too deep on B to be a Gartley, right, dude? So it's not a harmonic. That's... Right, yeah. You eyeball these enough, it's like there's something off about it, but it doesn't matter, dude. It's this. It's this zone. It's the spring back test of spring that makes it a low risk opportunity, and the upside potential is tremendous here. Tremendous, man. Do you hear me, chat? Tilray looks freaking amazing above $15. Amazing. Not quite a piercing line. Did not pierce through 50% of the previous candle's body. So no, not a piercing line. No, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a Japanese candlestick reversal there. It's beautiful though. Upside could take you to 22, 28, man. It's like 22, 37 to 22, 88. I mean, that's your zone. It's like your next major zone of inflection. Understand what I'm saying to you, man? It's all about the zones. It's all about the levels that are critical. And we're at a critical level, and it's not, we back tested the spring. And you're technically in an uptrend. Wow, holy crap. You know, if it fails, it fails. If it dies, it dies. That's part and parcel. But you understand how at low risk levels you are, because you probably don't want to be messing with it below 1460 and change, right? Probably not, because that's like exactly where straight down, straight up. You just sprung back, tested the spring. You're literally playing the spring, okay? That's literally what you're doing on Tilray. You're strategizing a technical indicator right now. There it is. There's 3.85 to 1, just like that. My God, if you ever broke that, I don't even tell you. That's gonna be nuts, man. That next target would be like that next peak, because there's very little data above $23. It'd be like that, and that would make sense too. That'd be in line with that high to low where it reverses. You know, where it make like just common retraces. Yeah, the next one, like third target, could just be marginally higher, right at like here, right at like the next little level. Right, you just layer out like that. And I mean, it's so good that you could have a little bit looser stop if you wanted to, just to be safe. But again, why? You don't have to be that safe, because you're playing a technical indicator, which is the spring back test. That's it, man. So that's how we could play Tilray. I love it because Ray is in the name. So it is a technical indicator. It is a trend analysis. It's not a chart pattern, not really. Yeah. It's just trend analysis and technical indicator. You're playing the spring, you're playing the back test, you're playing the critical supports, and the higher low. Welfare, baby. Welfare, trades it up. Okay, we cool? Yeah, B's too low, idiot tear. You should change your name one day, man. I'd hate calling you an idiot, alright? I can just call you Error. I'm just gonna call you Error from now on. Okay, Error. It's just a weird name to say. Alright, man. It's been live 1 hour, 35 minutes. Been a pretty good stream despite market conditions for crypto being so shaky. Volatility is plummeting. Eventual, I mean, at least the PCZ, where one could strategize along, could be maybe at 31,650, but Till then, it's just a bunch of chop. It's Chop City, man. Imagine trading Bitcoin. I mean, just, you know, look at this, dude. It's like same price, June 21st, 23rd, 25th, 28th, the 1st of July, 5th of July, 6th of July, 10th. It's all the same. But in between, it's like sometimes you have to do 20% upside, you know, from the low to the high. It's wild, man. Chop City. Yeah, I know, Slaver Burger, man. He just doesn't want to be... Maybe he's a masochist. Maybe he's into that, you know? Like the guy on Billions, the prosecutor, he just likes being... What is it? That BDSM stuff? Maybe he's into that. I don't know. He likes being denigrated. No, I've not. I didn't do XRP. I don't think I'm going to do XRP. Which is at its own critical level. All right. So thanks for the yeah, Chuck Rhodes. That's it. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Been a good stream. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
Gentlemen, in the mix.